And it's a great privilege to welcome Mr. Jack Nicklaus. Jack, thank you so much for getting up early. Not quite as early as some in our previous panel, but
no.
Thanks so much for being with us.
My pleasure, Ian. Thank you.
And my, I guess, my first real interest in watching golf back to 1986, watching your charge on the final day of the Masters. So you've inspired, many golfers here, and will continue to do so. But we're here more to talk about doubles golf, and you've been an advocate for trying new things in golf, larger holes, etc., with enhancing the game. And kind of what brought you to doubles golf, and thanks again just for being with us this morning.
Doubles golf is a thing that we've all played it for years, and we play doubles golf in the father-son tournament every year. It was a two-man scramble, basically is what they called it before. Every time that we play a golf legends event at one of the tournaments, we'll have like four guys. We'll play an event. We pair off. We'll play doubles golf, and we do 4 or 5 of those a year. And we found that to be a really nice format for allowing people who maybe, shall we say, aren't still into the game or aren't into the game at all, or can still play with somebody who is into the game. In other words, I play terribly anymore, and so I go play with somebody that can play a little bit, and I get to play. We alternate, or we both hit tee shots, then we alternate shots into the green, or not alternate, but we both hit a shot, and then we pick the best shot each time, and the result is that nobody gets embarrassed. It brings people into the game who are embarrassed to play by themselves. It's fun to be able to have different partners and play different games and have different matches. It's something you can do very quickly. It's the rules of golf are still there, but you sort of bend them a little bit because it's sort of a more fun relaxation type game. And it's just something that I think it's a way to grow the game of golf. And that's really what I'm interested in, is growing the game, getting people into the game and keeping them in the game. Doubles golf will keep people into the game longer as they get older. It'll bring young people into the game sooner on the ability, because their ability would not be good enough to play otherwise. Keep ladies in the game and into the game who really, they don't feel like they can play, but if they get a reasonable player with them, they're not embarrassed. So there's many different, and a man and a woman, frankly, can play together quite easily. So it's a format that I think we've played it for years, but we've never really established it. And now to establish it into a handicap system, into all the different sections in the United States played. We had the National Doubles Golf Championship at the Bears Club, of course, last year, this about a month ago, and we had I don't know how many teams. We had 25 teams, something like it, representing 7 sections in our first year of just getting started into it, and they had a ball. They loved it. So that was what it was all about, learning how to enjoy the game of golf, have fun, and not feel like there's a lot of pressure on you to play it.
Yeah, definitely. Introduction and retention. And we find in our own PGA championships, just using the old four ball format, when the pros don't have to keep their own score, they love it as well. Right. And they can blame their partner, and we get more entries for that than anything else.
No, that's great. I think it's something that I just hope it catches on over there with your Confederation of Professional Golf, and you bring all those countries and those organizations together to have a common ground, other than just going out and see if you can shoot, par or better.
Absolutely. So as you say, we're partnering with your company, and we had Bob Longmire on earlier. Yep. To roll this out into Europe, Middle East, and parts of Africa. We're now setting up an advisory board, and I know you've got a fantastic board there with yourself, Annika, Jay Moynihan, and Seth Waugh. now you need to help me, because you picking up the phone to people will have far less chance of people saying no than me picking up the phone to them. So we want to form our European board, and I hope you can help us with that.
Well, we'd be delighted to.
Thank you. So we've got, and you talked a lot about globalization of it and the global development of the game there, Jack. And we've got 46 nationalities registered for this Congress. And I know you pride yourself on the global basis of how you played the game. And also with Nicklaus Design, I think, ironically, you have designs in 46 countries as well. So how do you envisage now then, further doubles golf particularly, but taking this out globally and making an impact?
Well, I think it's fantastic that you've got that many nationalities and countries that are interested and wanting to be part of it. And you take particularly some of those countries that are, I would call them underdeveloped golf countries, who haven't really gotten into it to a great degree yet. Doubles golf will help them do that, and I think it'll bring a lot of people in and keep them in.
And I think the key here is not just introducing new people. This provides, to me, doubles golf provides a great opportunity for beginners and parents with their kids, but also, as you said, retention. And we're seeing that need for retention now. We're enjoying a boom in many, many countries. I think we had stats in the UK from sports marketing surveys that October, like for like, 2019 against 2020 was up 65%. So now how do we retain those people? How do we keep making golf? Our next panel is future of golf. How do we keep making golf fun and exciting?
Well, that is the question, and keep adding new things. We did adding 8-inch holes or 12-inch holes for couples events, and my wife and I played in one of those at the Bear Stub. We had 25 teams enter, and we played. Actually, we played doubles golf, and this was a couple years ago. When I told Barbara I came home, she doesn't play golf. I said, I entered you in a golf tournament this weekend. I said, what? I said, yeah, we're going to play. So we went out and played 25 teams. We finished 24th, but we had a great time. So it's more about fun and bringing people in. And that was a different way of doing it by using the large holes, because I think large holes, the average person there said, well, we really love that. The core golfer says, I really like golf the way it is. I said, I understand that. But he said, well, we get fun doing that a couple times a year. I said, well, that's fine. But the women, the beginners, the seniors, juniors, all love the ability to get in and play golf. And we did it in a doubles format with a, as I said, with a larger cup.
Yeah, and I think the key there, as you say, still golf. It's not a gimmick. It's still golf, just in a different format.
That's right. In that particular instance, we played 12 holes.
Thank you so much for all the pleasure that you've brought us in the game. Thanks so much for joining us. It means so much to the people who've joined us on this Congress, and the first one that's virtual, and added so much to the fact that you've taken the time to be with us.
Well, thank you. And I think it's wonderful what you're doing over there. I know you've got over 12,000 golf pros being involved in this, and as you said, 46 countries, and that's fantastic. That's bringing golf to people, bringing people together. The new alliance that the PGA Tour and the European Tour have gotten together to bring golf together will help grow the game. There's so many things that we're doing that will keep people bring people into the game, keep them in the game. Doubles golf will be one of them, and I think that once people try it, they'll love it. So my goal is, while I'm still around, is to be able to help grow the game, help people enjoy it, and it's a great game. Tell them have a lot of fun, and thank you for having me on, Ian.
Thank you. You're certainly doing more than your part. So, and a good lead into our next session, where where we have Keith Pelly and Alex Armas, who can talk about the collaboration that is happening across tours as we are doing here in this conference. So once again, thanks a lot, Jack. It's been great to have you with us, and have a great day.
My pleasure. Thank you, Abe. Same to you all.